Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our fourth episode of Rule Breakers. We hope you're keeping safe. I'm your host, Arman Shafros.
And I'm your host, Nikshaya.
Rule Breakers is where you get to meet outstanding personalities. Here to take the lead, not take them. Here you get to meet people who have amazing stories beyond classrooms and school boards, children and adults who are chasing their dreams by breaking the rules. To share his rule-breaking story with us tonight, we have a very interesting guest. He's an 8-year-old of international award-winning opera singer. I have great pleasure in inviting Chanuga Wimalarathna. Hi Chanuga, how are you?
Hi, Arman. I'm doing great, and thanks for inviting me to the show.
So by the way, how are you spending your days during this situation?
I'm really bored at home. I'm still waiting for the schools to start.
Me too. I spend my days by using laptop time, watching movies, and especially family time. And
Yeah.
also playing with my baby brother. So how do you feel in this situation?
Wait a minute. What was that?
How do you feel in the lockdown, in the pandemic?
Well, I have time to read my book and compose stuff as well, and I also do other stuff, and I also like to spend time with my family and other stuff. So I keep myself
That's great, Chanuga. Hi, Chanuga. How are you?
Hi, Nikshaya. I'm really excited to be here.
Yes, Chanuga, we all are excited. Okay, so before we go into the most interesting part of this segment, would you like to tell us a little more about your Chanuga?
Thanks, Nikshaya. So I'm 8 years old and I go to Trinity College, Canada. And I'm a fan of all types of music, but mostly classical singing. And I also like to write music, and these days I'm composing a musical. And I'm also a nature lover. So I like photographing nature, especially creepy crawlies such as lizards and spiders. Okay.
So Chanuga, when you were a baby, you didn't really like sounds. We hear you used to close your ears, even for a happy birthday song. Now it's the right opposite. What inspired you to become a singer?
Yes, I know it's funny, right? But it's true. I used to hate loud sounds when I was little, so I would tend to close my ears like this. But I love to listen to the sounds of nature, and I remember this little game I used to do. When there's a bird or animal close by, I imitate its sound. And sometimes the birds would kind of get confused and they would look around like that thinking it's another bird or something. Or sometimes they would call back at me, and then it's like having a dialogue with them. This is so much fun, and I think that's how I started reaching
Wow,
the heart.
Chanuga, that's great. How did you feel when you first came to know about your talent?
Yes, I remember the day when my parents found out that I have this special talent called absolute pitch, which means I can tell the key of a song without playing it on an instrument. When I was about 6 years old, this piano tuner came over. When he was done tuning our piano, I tried a few keys out, but they were not in tune. So I sang the correct note, and my mother and father were like, "What?" And the piano tuner said that he had tuned all the keys a semitone lower because the knobs were too low. Then they tested my pitch with a phone app, and I got it all right. And I felt like awesome.
Well, Chanuga, your first singing performance was when you were 4, and you were the youngest out of it. I mean, I'm so surprised you were the youngest out of it. Do you remember how you felt?
It was the best experience ever. All the performers were so tall, but it was really fun because I have been looking forward to it for a long time. At home, I stood on the dining table and built out. I tried to sing for the neighbors could hear. I think our neighbors must have been really tolerant.
That's really amazing. That's like really motivational, Chanuga. Now, Chanuga, opera is not like other forms of music. It's different and difficult. What are the techniques you use to memorize a song?
Yes, you're right. It's difficult. Actually, a lot of popular opera songs are in languages that I don't know. So memorizing the word is a little hard. But what I do is I I watch the opera or the play itself, and then this would give me an understanding of the true meaning of the song. So I think learning the meaning first and then the lyrics would be easy.
So, Chanuga, your first, I mean, what does music make you feel?
It makes me feel the way I want to feel. Like it makes me feel free because there's no right or wrong about it. It's not something like a maths problem or something. So you're free to do anything as long as you enjoy it. And you don't have to be good at music to actually enjoy. That's the nice thing about it.
That's great, Chanuga. Chanuga, now you're an opera singer. So let me ask you, what should you do to become an opera singer?
Well, to become anything, you really need to like it. But if it's something that you really enjoy doing, you don't have to make yourself do it. You would actually want to spend time doing it. And so I think the main thing is to really love whatever you are trying to do.
Chanuga, who are those people who supported in your journey? And how important do you think it is for someone who wants to do something different like you?
Well, uh, there have been a lot of people who have supported me. My parents, my teachers, especially Samita Pereira sir, and my Anju teacher, Lagdini teacher, Jaini teacher. And there's this amazing teacher, I call her Auntie Bridget. And she also liked listening to the sounds of birds, like me. And sometimes the birds even come into her house. It's like having a nature house. And there are two more special people. My grandparents. My grandma shows me videos of famous opera singers, and we watch them together. And this is something that really made me like classical singing. And I think this support is really important because whatever happens, people are there. Like if you win or lose or even mess up, you don't, or people still love you. So it's okay.
That's great, Chanuga. It's really amazing to hear that your grandparents have been supporting you. Chanuga, have you ever faced problems while singing?
Of course, things don't always go as planned, especially because I learned these songs on my own. And and my mother does help a little bit, especially with the lyrics, and she's also can play the piano, but she's not a singer. So she doesn't know the technical stuff. So I learned these things by watching YouTube. Another big problem is when I compose stuff because I don't know how to write exact notation. So I use my own notation, like color codes for different instruments. Or I also record the my tunes on the voice recorder in the phone. So I don't have to write it. I can just record the tune. And so it might be a little messy, but still it might be a little adventurous.
So, Chanuga, you already told me about the special memory with the piano cue. Are there any other special memories that you would like to highlight in your singing journey?
Um, yes, it's a small incident. I remember the day when my music teacher, Mr. Samita Pereira, sir, told me that he liked the way I sang. And this is the first time that someone ever told me that he liked the way I sang. And I felt really nice. And it was a tiny race, but it mean a lot to me, especially because I was having a bad day. He really made my day. And actually, it felt better than winning the international award.
Wow.
That's a really nice memory, Chanuga. Now, Chanuga, we all heard that you like Western opera singing. Now,
Yes.
Chanuga, have you ever tried another type of music except Western opera singing? If so, would you please like to sing one of your favorites?
Yes. I like all types of music, like pop, jazz, oriental, and rap, rock. So I thought I would sing an oriental song for you today because it's totally different from the opera. So you can even join in if you like. What I'm going to sing today is Lona Munirajage by or originally sung by Sagarika Gome. Lona Munirajage Shitalada Pinvami Lona Munirajage Shitalada Pinvami Mage Hisake Karpayahi Mage Hisake Karpayahi Sagavagena Sadaran Sagavagena Sadaran Luna Munirajage Shridalada Pinvami.
Wow, Chanuga, that was really lovely.
Thanks.
It was really awesome, Chanuga.
Enjoyed it.
It's nice of you.
Okay, now it has indeed been an exciting session. I had so much fun and I learned so much. What about you, Arman?
Of course I did. Don't need to ask me.
That's great.
Cool.
But even I did enjoy it too. But all good things come to an end. Chanuga, thank you very much for coming here tonight and giving us the opportunity to learn from your experience.
Thanks for inviting me to the show.
Our pleasure, Chanuga. And thank you to our dear audience tonight. Until we meet again with another rule-breaking guest, I wish you the best of health and great week ahead. Good night.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.